That's how you get that. Hello. Saturday again. 11 days to Christmas. Not that much time anymore. Don't have any news to give today. I got a really bad hangover from yesterday. So, nothing more than that. This happened really. Got myself some plenty of snacks. I really need to get my diet fixed. But anyway, just gonna jump right into the game. Hold on, let me look at the thing real quick. Oh, I can, yep, that's fine. This thing has come quite a long way. And it's kind of bittersweet, but it's getting done there. 1/4 left. Maybe there's some bonus jobs that you that unlock after you beat the game first time. I do not know. I haven't checked. I will not check. So as a part of this tour of the county Mayor Jeff Jefferson the 13th stopped by our funfair last night to know what kind of reception he was expecting upon his return to Mackinham, but I doubt it was that. More red mist than red carpet, I'd say. Someone needed to forewarn him that people around here have long memories. Yeah. Got me in the Jeff Jefferson hater club. Okay, I feel... Hold on. Just gotta check something. Okay. I guess I gotta use the window instead to cool myself off, because that's, yeah, that's at least audible to my end. The fan spinning. Do I have the... Can I buy the... I can. There's a chief achievement for this. It doesn't move me. This is bullshit. There's the spinning floor here, and I gotta use this thing for the achievement. But before we begin... There we go. Oh, I thought it would be all of them. Let's go get rid of the another achievement. This is kind of fun, pretty fun, I'd say. Do I gotta hit the white notes or the black notes too? Okay. There we go. I'm gonna start from, yeah, this side. Oh, that's nice. Can I get the variable nozzle? Actually, I'm gonna... If I've seen all this go down, the mayor and his entourage all turn up in the ridiculous limousine. Well, fun there. Took him half an hour just to get into the car park. You know, limos are one of those vehicles that I just don't understand the appeal of. I'm gonna boost the audio here and turn that down a bit on my end. Yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say. Well, I'm estimating. I don't really know how well the balance is out, actually, because I haven't listened to it. Wait, I don't have the variable? Does the thing not... It does. Ah, it's this one, I forgot. I wanted to look at the cool graffiti. Yes, I've seen the limo back in my hometown, and I just couldn't believe my eyes because that place is not big enough for a limo to be just driving around. I guess I would have to go to one to actually know the appeal of one. How much would actually renting a limo cost? Can't be that much if, like... well, I don't know. I was gonna do the outside and then move on the inside. Well, I mean, the border of this whole thing. And then move on the inside and start from there. And it's so nice to not be sick anymore. I kind of forgot what it feels like to just be normal. Also, unfortunately, the new episode of The Amazing Digital Circus. It was uploaded when it was like 1 a.m. here, so I couldn't do any kind of a reacting to it. But I did watch it, and man, there's some stuff going on right now. I really wonder how they're gonna just pull up the finish on the 8th episode. A few things are about to go crazy. So I haven't made any posts about like when I start the stream, and that's been on purpose. I kind of feel like I'm just spamming. So I'll try to figure something out to make the start of the stream posts a bit more fun. Maybe I'll do some quizzes or something like that. So this week I've been just gonna stop in them. Get the floor done, then move on to the details. maybe I should go for the shortest, the stubby, what is it called again? Extension. Honestly, when it came to the episode 7 of the Amazing Digital Circus, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Gooseworks has, I think, always been kind of like that. She just gives intrigue and then just tells you everyone to just, hey, all your theories are wrong. Go have a nap and think about this later on. And that's awesome for her. I always appreciate a creator who's willing to just tell everyone that, nope, you're all wrong. Anyways, here's the shattering kaboom of a reveal. Now have a snack and take a nap and bye. Obviously spoilers for the episode, but like the mannequin guy, I kind of was always felt that Gooseworks was just baiting people to make their theories. But another thing, I feel that Jax is going to abstract. That guy's going through it. Kind of a justifiable crash, I'd say. You know, I was just making the thumbnail today, and I noticed that the whole color scheme outside is just the McDonald's colors. Kinda fucked up if you think about it. Does this have its... yeah, it does its own... and it's finished. The runner... unfortunately, nothing much happened today, so I don't have that much to talk about. I wonder how. I was just thinking about the glitch productions and. I wonder when the what was the one of the pilots that they did recently? Not Knights of the Guinevere, the other one. That show interests me so much. Unfortunately, I cannot remember the name, but that's been a problem with me my entire life. I just don't remember names. Gaslight District. Yeah, that's it. I don't think we're gonna see any news of that anytime soon, because I think what Glitch likes to do is just fully release a project and then go on to the other stuff. But I feel that show is gonna be very hype. I've been reading through. Oh, 7. Apparently, the mayor was in a bad mood already under a document. Go block this way in the mountain. I've also been reading Chainsaw Man, and man, I kinda don't know how to feel about this current part. I do think that there's stuff to like about it, but it's still so conflicting. I'll definitely need to see the finished product before I can actually make a judgment on how good it feels to, how good of a product it is. And I do feel that we're getting pretty close to the end of part 2. I mean, how couldn't we be getting close to the end of the part 2? If you've been reading, then yeah, you'd understand. Jojo Lands has been consistently great. Pretty much the only thing that I don't like about it is how much damage the characters take, and how it's just kind of written off, like, yep, everyone's fine now. But on the other hand, it's kind of funny. Like, from the start of the part, it was said that the whole thing will end in a bloodbath, and Araki has been just kind of baiting that. If I had to guess, I think Usagi is going to definitely die. I'd be surprised if Usagi survived the whole part. Now, is Dragona going to die? I'm not. I feel Dragona and Jodio are gonna be able to survive the whole thing. Jodio actually is definitely going to survive. Or maybe the whole thing is just a whole bait and twist, and every one of the crew is going to survive. That could always be the case. And just Araki is just trolling us, keeping us in suspense. But meanwhile, nothing is actually going to happen to any of the characters. But yeah, but I'm not a prop. I'm not one of the people who predicts future prophesizer. That's kind of how I'm able to like so many like theories that people just get disappointed by. I just kind of I have head theories, but I never like fully let them take hold, so that I don't get disappointed by the author making a different decision than I wanted. I can work on that from upstairs too, but might as well do it here. Another series that I keep my tabs on is Two Kinds, and I gotta be honest, like the artistic journey that Tom has gone through is just kind of inspiring. Go to the first part, first pages, I suppose they're called, and then compared to the last pages, it's like night and day. There's still definitely like a lot of weird stuff at the start of the series because well, Tom was a teenager when he started the thing, but now it's been like 22 years of learning, and it shows. But it's definitely one of the funniest reveals that Markiplier's brother does a very comic. You know, I've been meaning to get this off my chest for a while now. You know the saying that first impressions are matter is the whatever the most important thing. Man, that shit's stupid. Because there's so many albums, for example, that I listened to the first time and I'm like, I don't like this. And then just listening time 15, I'm like, this is the best thing ever. And it's kind of been like consistently the thing, at least in my experience, that first impressions, like, yeah, they are important, of course, but they're really not that important like people make them out to be. I don't like basing my opinions of a person on my first experience. That's psychotic. But yeah, they are still obviously important. Oh, oh, this makes a little sound. remember being in the one of these little fun houses, and there was like a staircase that where the steps kind of alternate up and down, up and down. The left and right staircases, the stairs. I mean, they went up and down. How do you say it? Like alternating. And at one time when I was, this was back when I was a kid, I stepped on two of the, I was stepped on the steps, and I accidentally went I like took like a 2 steps, you know, instead of 1, and because they like separated from each other, I just got the biggest bruise from the, and the steps were metal, so I got a little cut and a bruise from me hitting the sharp corners of the steps as I was falling, because the steps were separating. Still fun, but kinda sucked. I actually have a lot of, like, bad things that happen. Well, not a lot of bad things. A couple of bad things that happened to me in places like this. I was once driving in bumper cars, and my little brother and my dad went on their own in one car, and I was left on my own. My little brother was just so young back then that it was better that my dad went along with him. But yeah, so we're doing the bumper cars, everyone's having fun. I bump into someone, and then suddenly my dad and brother, they bump into me from the back, and I get hit so hard that my 2 front teeth go straight through my lip. And that was honestly not the most painful tooth-related thing that has happened to me. I don't know what's going on here. There's just like a weird invisible wall. Not sure if there's some. Hold on. Is it something? Oh, there's nothing down there. That's because it would be causing troubles. Oh yeah, and also earlier I have said that. Actually, have I mentioned this? Anyways, I used to have a real bad fear of roller coasters. But one time I decided to, like, you know, fuck it, let's go. I want to experience a roller coaster, and then I went on there, and it was like, wait, this is what I've been missing out on? Like, all that fear of roller coasters, it was for nothing. Haven't been to one ever since, but yeah, I just kind of got too old. Nowadays I'm more into diving in wind tunnels. I really want to go again, but it's so expensive to go on one, so that's gonna be maybe like a next year project. Base jumping is all, well, no, not base jumping. Parachute jumping is something that I've always wanted to do, but never had the money or courage to do that. Maybe one day. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Oh yeah, that maybe should be like more like that. I don't think it's been like, it's probably not been like deafening me, the background stuff. If an artist gets into a little emo, all irritable, dismissive, swanning around and nonchalantly waving to the crowds as no one remembers how he almost brought this down to his knees. Well, that got Volk's backs up. And I hope Jeff Jefferson is gonna be responsible for something bad in this game, so I can still justify my hate for that guy. Kinda crazy that I have made like over 100 thumbnails for this channel now already. Even though, if you look at the title, you see that it's like 128, I think, streams already. So back in Silksong days, I had to, well, I didn't have the time to make the thumbnails. I had really a lot of ideas for that, but I just didn't have the time. And my pad used to be so tiny that it just made working on thumbnails kind of a nightmare. Now we got a slightly bigger one, it's already so much better. And I feel that you can actually see some improvements already since the start of this week is when I've started to use the bigger one. But yeah, just getting the bigger pad has made drawing on computer so much more fun. That I don't have to fight against the tiniest pieces of mistakes becoming huge mistakes because the tab is so tiny that it's just. Maybe I'll show it how bad it was actually. But yeah, the current one is just perfect size for me. I can fit it on desk, it doesn't take too much space. Whenever I'm not using it, it fits perfectly on top of my computer. What time is it actually? Oh, half an hour. Yesterday I could have gone further, but I just got so tired all of a sudden that I just couldn't do that. But as I said this as a joke earlier on a previous stream and even in Discord chat, I said to one of the main devs that they should delay the release of the new translatable version until it's Christmas, as a little Christmas fuck you. And I'm starting to get worried that that guy actually listened to me. It would be fine for me, but the thing is that I won't be able to work on the translation at all during my Christmas break. Which is just 1 week, but yeah. I want to get on that shit immediately. Oh, also, like, I'm finally getting a new phone. I'm kind of stingy when it comes to like phones. Some people get them all every year, the newest iPhone or what. I have to admit though, it wasn't brave for the sheer scale of backlash. Apparently, this protest had been planned for weeks. Jesus. Everyone present was carrying a dish, and every dish has one of the mayor's least favorite foodstuffs. It serves him right, honestly. Uh, but yeah, I met this. A new phone provider, oh, phone op, a phone operator contacted me and was like, "Hey, here's a deal. You wanna have a deal with us and have a better, more cheap, cheap phone plan?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." But then my old provider comes back to me on Friday and is like, "Hey, I saw that you're making a new deal. How about you make a new deal and you get a new phone?" And actually, it's even better deal because it's faster internet on your phone, and you can even get a tablet with this. I would have gotten the tablet, but the problem is that I just don't use them. And now I'm just realizing that maybe if I got a tablet, I could be working on the translation when I'm not near my phone, my computer. Also, I might bring Warframe as a series because the new update seems to be really cool. The problem is that it's just that I don't have a space for installing Warframe right now, so I have to delete something. Maybe I'll delete Ace Combat 7. Oh yeah, I don't have much hype for the new game, but Ace Combat 8. That seems cool. Also Control 2. Control is kind of weird because it's... like, any piece of criticism you can make about that game is I'll probably agree with it, as long as it's reasonable. But I will still, at the end, go like, I still liked it. That game has weird personality to it, so that just makes me not care about the correct criticisms. At the end of the day, I'm just flying around shooting rocks at people. And that's sometimes all you need. Let's talk about something else, but I just kinda got distracted and forgot. This song always makes me just wipe out. I wonder how much Nier Automata costs these days. But if I were to get that, it would be one of those series that I will just have to go through, just solo stream that. because that game is so long and there's so many endings that I want to get through them, most of them at least. As soon as the first egg went flying, it all kicked off. That's usually how it goes. So to escape the barrage, the mayor fled to my funhouse, of all places. The crowd followed him and didn't let up until the mayor had to find out remove the entire thing and all the way back into his limo. Nah. No, I'm just really happy birthday. I want to do Megalovania. Wow, that's actually another thing about it. Megalovania is pretty close to like the happy birthday thing. Oh. I just... No, well, I'll stick to the original plan. Whoa, this is like blinding. Holy shit. Oh, it blocks that area off. I see, I see. Good thing that I fell. I would have missed that. I think I'm also looking at the new Air Riders, and man, that game looks fun. But I don't have a Switch 2, so hold on. Has it been released on Switch 1 too? They did that with Metroid Prime 4. They released it also on Switch 1. So maybe? But anyways, I'm not gonna get it until I get a Switch 2. Because I wanna also get the Metroid Prime 4. And I want them to be at stable frames. Apparently in Metroid Prime 4 there's this weird, annoying nerd. That's pretty much all that I know about it. I can probably grin and bear it. I just want to play Metroid Prime 4. I've been waiting for this for most of my life. Okay, it's not that dramatic. But But yes, Metro Prime Trilogy is my favorite game. Oh, there's ladders here. It doesn't sound like it's gonna. It has that much bad press about it. Other than that, exciting times, I would say. I've said the music, so I cannot think of a melody from a song that I would like to try to play on this. Oh, you gotta do this. Let the notes to actually get some of the dirt off. I really hope you don't actually have anything on that corner, because I cannot get there. Here? Well, I got it. A pretty cool level, I'd say. Can't go. Going through the fun house, room by room. I've been thinking about like if my channel grows bigger, that I'm going to do this revisit kind of series, where I just go through a game that I've already previously. Oh, hello, Ulysses. That I've already gone through. And Everhood 2 is definitely on that list. I haven't personally played Everhood 1, but I know what happens in it. So maybe I'll play through Everhood 1 too. That could be fun. The problem is that I already know what happens, and so there's not going to be any twists. This is something that as a kid, you don't question, but these things are like hella dangerous. At least the exit platform seems to be some kind of a soft material. But these things can mess you up. Yeah, just look at this. It's McDonald's colors. It's a freaking McFlurry or whatever it's called. That's bright. Maybe I need to change some TV settings or something like that. I've noticed that the stream-wise, that it seems to be mostly okay. All the balance of shit. But on my screen, like a lot of the time, it's so much brighter than it is in the stream. Nope. Oh wow, it's almost been an hour on this first job. Lamps are done. I wonder what this metal is made of, because it's one of the most... I feel this thing just causes injuries by just existing. I know I'm putting the video peel here, but it was worth it just to be beautiful. Hope you like it. It's your stuff, but clean. At least Jeff Jefferson keeps me keeps me at work. Also, always a nice time to come back to this place. Oh, there's the roller coaster. Where's that stuff on the store? I grab myself a cold one. Actually, after the job. After the job. What are you missing? I should maybe add some more songs from Silk Song to the playlist. I just haven't listened to the soundtrack enough to figure out with what songs fit the playlist that well. Also, apparently there's like an entire zone that I just missed in that game. Which makes sense because I almost missed the third chapter. Well, actually, I wouldn't have. I knew about it for a long time before I even got anywhere close to it. I just didn't know how to do it. Whoa, that's dirty. I gotta play through Silk Song again on my own time. Or maybe... Hopefully, when I go back to my family, there's gonna be some snow at least. It's been kind of depressing here the entire winter. It's kept me at work at least, but that's not much of a consolation. Who would have known that you could do greenery stuff during December in Finland? Also, stupid places with stupid names. Who the fuck looked at the Newfoundland and decided to write it as New Finland? That's not how you write it, or that's not how you pronounce it. It clearly says New Finland, but it's Newfoundland. What the hell is that about? That'll do the job for me. Ah, screw it, I'm gonna get a cold one. Ah, nice. I was just about to ask, what are you missing? Aha. How about you? I see. I always love it when this game allows you just stay still and watch the things happen. Yep. I wonder how the motors are hidden in this place. You ever just look at a mechanical thing and wonder like how this thing works? I used to do that a lot when I was a kid, and usually that involved me just breaking the thing down and try to rebuild it. A lot of broken stuff in my childhood because of that. Now it's telling me, what? I thought the individual links were going to be counted as one target. Which would have been bad, because finding multiple things like that, they're really hard to get done in these games. That was just one piece. Oh, I missed a lot here. How did I manage that? Uh, Whoa! Unplayable. Literally unplayable. Gamers, refund this game now. I found one minor visual bug. Oh wow, that's embarrassingly dirty. And I thought I was going kind of through with this. Mm. Oh yes, forgot about this area. To be a humble power washer. Come on. Where is your dirt? I don't see anything. getting so distracted by all these different markers. Please, game, just tell me one place that I should go to and I'll go there. I seriously don't know where this dirt is supposed to be. The trim is its own thing. But fine. I seriously don't see the dirt at all. But gotta use this. There's nothing down there. Up. S. U. Why? That's gonna do this. It's gonna be from the top. Wiggle room 2 blight. I guess I didn't do this. Nice. And it all just took like hour and 15 minutes. Very small but dense. First is right, you truly are a thing of wonder. Let's be honest, that's probably Makiam's chances of down of the year grand prize out of the window, but I don't think anyone around here has any regrets. I mean, yeah. True, Jeff Jefferson. I'm gonna sell all of this stuff and buy my Orban X. This is a cool thing that this keeps on updating after jobs. Maybe I'll look at the... At some point I'll look at the articles. Ski sensor. Ahoy there, and welcome to Female World's premier tourist attraction, the Rostless Ritz Run. Precipitous ski runs, searing saunas, strongly flavored food, and you name it, we take it all the way there. After Rostless went into dormancy and there's no start to fall, we sense the golden business opportunity open. Capital County's only ski resort. But one thing we did not anticipate was how dirty it gets up here. We only got the place cleaned a couple of weeks ago and already it's filthy again. I mean, it is an active volcano. Oh, that's a cool way to spawn you into this place. Literally in the cabin that you use to get up here. I've never actually been to one of these. Even though I have gone skiing. Not skiing. It's just probably going to be this job. And that's gonna be it for today. Let's see how I feel after this. Oh yeah, maybe I should have mentioned that even cable car itself is a bit clogged up. You may have to watch the entire gondola to free the sensors before you can get out of the rest. To do the rest. Okay, how did I get inside then? If it's that conked up. Feels like this is gonna be a bit bigger of a job. But never say never. Hold up. How did I get here? That's my car. Did I... Hmm. Nice. Aha, bingo. Out you pop. So I... Whoa, I could go far. Did I drive up the hill? Also, I gotta check. Nothing new. I'll rock with this thing. Hell yeah. Where to begin? Hello, Ulysses. Isn't it kinda cold out here? You know, start from the start. Oh, also it's gonna be just a bunch of dust, so it's gonna be a bit easier to get this stuff off. That's nice. Yeah, I Y'all know that this stuff is just ash from the volcano. It's a job. Keeps me in business. Oh, I just noticed something about the piano in this song. It does this little bim 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 thing before this part. Never noticed that. Do the floor first and then move on to bigger things. More details. You know, I'd appreciate if the game put this stuff away from the cleanable area. Because it blocks the stuff and you gotta place it somewhere else where it's gonna block off other stuff. Like, just put it there. Like, it's a cool idea to have this thing here, but I don't think it's gonna be a good idea. No matter how much solar you place everywhere. Yeah, right here it does this din din do do din din do kind of thing. Kinda hard to hear. But I was like noticing stuff from songs that I never previously didn't notice. Mind the gap. You know, I've been to UK and I don't feel like actually, no, I never actually used the tube. So I cannot say that. What I was about to say. catalyzed them? I guess they are. I thought I was, when I looked at the bar, it was slightly... I guess it was thinking of the... It thought I was looking at the floor. Can I look through these? Do I gotta give a quarter? At least in this game you can actually place them back down to the original spot. Or not? What? Oh my god. This is why I don't like these things. Just drop it there. I wonder when the update is dropping for Ultra Kill. At least, thanks. At least you're a bit useful. Even though I still don't like you. I'm spacing out. Maybe one day I can get some little green. But it's illegal here. Also, it doesn't look like there's that much snow here. Is this supposed? Is this actually supposed to be the driveway, or is this supposed to be the? It's weird. Whatever it's supposed to be. Hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to get tired right now. As I'm gonna be quiet now. Mount Rush's Red Run Rush. I gotta say, this is kinda small. But I guess these things are by design kinda small. Can't have that much people here. Ooh, that's a nice place. Always appreciate a good fire pit. Actually, this reminded me. In PlayStation 2, there was the game series SSX, and I don't remember what SSX it was. It's a game where you just do tricks on snowboards and skis when you're going downhill. But there was this really cool feature in it where if you jump really high, it applied this high pass filter on it, and it just sounded cool and made jumping feel so much cooler than it actually was. You gather up a lot of speed and you just go to a jump and it just I don't have a way to quickly emulate a high pass filter. And the thing is that I've been kind of trying to, a long while back, I tried to like figure out which SSX game it was. Yeah, what didn't used to know thing about space, but since opening this place, I could really get into stargazing. I mean, it's a perfect spot for that. Down in Fume roll, we can only ever see 6 or 7 stars max, but here we can see the hundreds of them. They're literally everywhere. Yeah, that's the thing about light pollution. You just don't see any stars. But yeah, I was trying to figure out which SSX game it was, but I just cannot seem to find it. Was it even an SSX? Yeah, it definitely was. I have pretty vivid memory. We kind of just rented it from a friend, so we never actually had the physical copy to ourselves to keep. Kind of like with the Jack X game that we had. That was also like we read. I guess it's more of a loan, I suppose, because we didn't borrow. Borrow is the correct word. And that game was fun. Just a car with guns and missiles and stuff. What happened to me? I didn't used to be this nostalgia seeking person. But something about this game is just making me nostalgic. Did I talk about it already? Yesterday's stream. If I didn't, yeah, I could have gone longer. Uh, no, I should have gone longer, but I just didn't have the energy to do it. I was getting real tired. Snow match. And if I wasn't so lazy, I would like to do some commentary reaction stuff. Because this game is perfect for that. But no, probably not gonna happen anytime soon at least. Maybe if I don't have a job for a while. I could like prepare some of that kind of stuff, but just as an idea. Nothing serious. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, it's fine. Nice. Now the top side. That's so nice, actually. Perfect song, too. Should I do the entire roof first? Yes. It's mostly the suit from the active volcano again, you guys. It's not. It's magically controlled. Active volcano, and the magical thing is gone. If we can get it back, then it's gonna be a fine idea to do something like this. But until then, I mean, I suppose there's no reason anyone would have expected the magical device to just disappear when no one's looking. But still, you gotta think about this stuff. Oh. And just looking at this stuff makes me miss snow. I know I have complained about that a lot, but it's depressing, man. Oh, I own one. Judgment. I'm cleaning up ski resort next to an active volcano. If you're wondering, what's this place? We can actually see stuff inside. I should do the panels first and then go on to the side thing. Up. I suppose I found this place now. Oh. I kind of wonder what the third prime is gonna be. And no, it's not going to be Jesus. Hakit has said that Jesus doesn't exist in Ultra Kill. And I don't think it would even make sense to be Jesus. Anyways. Has nobody joined the stream so far? Yep, no, sometimes it happens. Sometimes it's like this. Maybe if I made a post about it, this being a thing today, it would have been different, but no. It's fine. Yesterday was bombing. I suspect that it's also the thumbnail I'm gonna go for. It's already been almost 2 hours, so I think it's depending on what the next job is. If it's like a vehicle, I might do that, but it probably is gonna be, this is gonna be the last one for today. Yep, it sometimes be like that. I think the thumbnail was a big thing in the last stream, and I do like that. I don't know what exactly was the sauce there. That actually, I think I noticed that the ones that have like I noticed that the thumbnails that have more of like a gold black scheme, they've been having more inherently more viewers. It's kind of interesting to look into that. I like looking at numbers and trying to figure out why the numbers are like that. But yeah. I'm not that worried about it. Oh, Jesus! I thought this was in the shop area, not to the parking spot. What was Forsaken again? I don't remember. Whoa. Two killers and one survivor. Is it like kind of a Dead by Daylight kind of thing? Also, I checked out the VA proxy thing, and it's cool. Kind of directionless currently, but it's definitely cool. Oh, I see. Also, at night you can have just lovely swirling colors floating about. Oh, Northern Lights. get northern lights here? This doesn't strike me as like a northern place. Is that what's the concept? I had no idea that was even a thing. Oh yeah, those are fun. Whenever you see one of those. I guess if I were to try to find some positives about there being no snow. Hold on. I think there is options in VA proxy. The menu is just kind of hard to navigate at first. You gotta use WASD instead. Also, did you get the Voices of the Void working? You had trouble yesterday. Nice. Now the trim. Ah, there's... It's kind of subtle how much it actually changes in 0.9. Also, wow, that's loud. I'm gonna turn that up a bit. Nice. But the entire console was pretty broken for me, so I couldn't get its signals. Oh. Did you do that tutorial? Not that that would actually... Oh, are you running on old save? Are you running like a 0.8 save? Because if you are running an old version of the game, then it's gonna destroy the main console. It's 0.9 save. That's weird. Where are the settings? I can't remember from the top of my head. No, wait, no. There's just the play button, and there's the Discord and Twitter, I think. Okay, I might be wrong about there being settings now that I try to remember it. Another weird thing about VA proxy is that it's apparently the last update was 2 years ago or something like that. I joined the Discord to check if there's the development is still active, and it seems to be, but it's still kind of weird how there hasn't been like uh, the Steam page even doesn't have any news. It's definitely interesting. Yeah, so there's the game, so what's the game? Maybe there's some kind of a workaround on that. Not sure. Just speedball. Is it speedball? Yeah, whatever. I wonder what's the problem there. But yeah, for this kind of stuff, you uh, you definitely want to have the settings open from the main menu. Don't know why they aren't. Let's not forget the moon up there. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful side of the moon. Spinning like a top? That's not supposed to happen to the moon. Oh, there's the stuff that I missed. Maybe after this job I'll look at the VA proxy demo for you. Also, apparently the save that has the password on it, the password gets released the when the Discord server has 1 million users, so it's never gonna happen. You tried this Discord, right? Yeah. There's the Discord button in the main menu. I just clicked on that, and it just allowed me to join the Discord. Somehow I don't feel like this is 50% done. Like it says that it's 50% done, but it feels that there's still so much more stuff to do. That's weird. I've never... Hmm. Maybe there's some kind of a connection thing on your end. like maybe there's like a antivirus that is blocking the Discord links. I do not understand how antivirus. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I don't understand how antiviruses aren't illegal. Since I built this computer, 2 separate antiviruses have installed themselves on my computer without my permission, without asking me that do you want to download this thing. They just appear and then I'm like, no, I don't want you here, you gotta go. I got my own shit. Like, how is that even allowed? I'll finish this stuff later. Is it not maybe the expert or you might be able to have the permission to join? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it is actually 50%. Oh, shucks, I thought you could see through the door glasses into the store. I wanted to look inside. No, I don't think getting banned from a server blocks you from getting into other Discord servers. Unless you're like a serial bannable person. I don't know. Have the money to buy the... No. What if I sell this? There we go. Man, I wanna go to a ski resort again. Haven't been to one in years. It was always fun. And now I'm also old enough to drink. That always seemed kinda crazy how there's like bars in the ski resorts. Do we trust people to be... do not... I guess it doesn't really happen that much, now that I think about it. I mean, yeah, it definitely is kind of crazy that people that is a thing that that there are bars when you go skiing. You can just and there you just ski down and then go to a bar and just hop on and go all the way the rest of the way down. And that's a thing that people just accept. That's a thing that is cool. It's kind of weird that there isn't that many ski-related accidents when it comes to that. Okay, the arch is done. Oh, this is gonna make short work of this stuff. Let's do this thing first. Jeff Jefferson? Oh my god. Dirt Finder, the county is the task is exceedingly out expectation. Consequently, my modest limousine requires your immediate attention. Oh, I wonder why your limousine looks like that. Also, check this out. So I'm up all the way up here, and that's my car. So apparently I drove from there. And I feel there's multiple safety concerns that you can think about when you look at this place. For instance, this thing is still an active volcano that was magically stopped from being active. There's just a dirt road that you apparently can't drive on. I gotta call OSHA on this. Other than that, it seems like a cool little thing. I'd visit this place if it wasn't on an active volcano. But yeah, the Jeff Jefferson job looks like it's gonna take a while too. So that's gonna be next week. But I can look at the VA proxy stuff now, after this job. They get darker. Also, the moon is not supposed to do that. The moon is tidally locked. It's supposed to face it one way towards the Earth. And this thing is spinning. There's something wrong with this place. Also, apparently this place was cleaned like 2 weeks ago, and it already looks like this. That's actually freaking me out. I didn't even look at. It's been a. Oh, I don't have to clean the barrels. Nice. I thought I would need to clean the barrels. It's been fine. But we're getting to the point in this game where like 2 jobs is gonna take more than 2 hours. Mm. Yeah, this is a ski resort next to an active volcano that was magically stopped from being an active volcano. So, and there's visible ash falling down. Uh, this is job for this one. I would use the turbo nozzle, double turbo nozzle, but there's just so much stuff here, you know, on the way, so it's gonna just cause a lot of mess. I'm gonna grab myself another cold one. Just a sec. Nice. How long have you been on this map? Hold on. An hour, actually. The last job was 1 hour and 15 minutes. Also, the moon is rotating. I don't know why. It's freaking me the fuck out, and I don't like that. I'm gonna open a window too. I should tell them. Uh, just tell my aunt that the basement should be could have be. They don't need to keep it this warm. Like, what the fuck is? Oh yeah, I did see uh, the Amazing Digital Circus episode, and yeah, I kind of knew where it was going, and it went right there. A lot of people seem kind of pissed about it though. There's a theory that everyone is dead in this game because of the volcano. That could be wrong. I haven't watched it in a while. No, I don't think that there's something like that going on. Like everyone is dead, and this is weird afterlife stuff. Doesn't really fit anything. I mean, sure, you don't ever see people in this game, but I feel that's just a choice so that you can actually focus on the work. TADC is the Amazing Digital Circus. If you've heard of Glitch Productions, it's one of the shows on that channel, and yeah, it's pretty good. But yeah, you definitely need to watch the first episode, the first 6 episodes before you go to the 7th one. I hate that I was baited into saying 6, 7. Personally, me, yeah, I saw Murder Drones. I personally didn't love the writing in that show, but it was like a good like first show on that channel. Like, I guess there was actually another show before Murder Drones, but like, yeah, the new Digital Circus episode was released yesterday. Well, technically today, if you're in my time zone. With Murder Drones, I felt that there was a bit too much of this trope that I really don't like, where the character is like, I'm going to do the thing, the annoying trope that everyone hates, and I'm going to, because I'm being ironically talking about it, that I hate doing the trope, then it's actually funny. Thing was happening in Murder Drones, and I didn't like that. I remember, like, I have always had that criticism about the show, but I then just watched the first episode and it didn't happen as much, but it's still enough that I'm just gonna be like, ew. Cool visuals though. That you cannot say against. Visually, that show looked amazing. And I think the character design was like really cute and all that. But nothing that I would watch again. Pass. Gaslight District is something that I'm really interested in. Pass. Go. Be free, my gnome. Why couldn't I drop you here? Looks like I should need to clean those barrels, but apparently not. And that's a Guinevere. I don't feel that's gonna be my kind of a show, but it seems cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's on delay, so it seems like I'm going to talk about it after you mention it. But yeah, I actually talked about it before you posted a comment chat. What other shows? I feel like I'm missing a show that they have. Is there something? Yeah, definitely check out Gaslight District and Knights of Guinevere. kind of crazy how Glitch is like creating this whole animation renaissance on YouTube. I mean, I know about the show that they had before they became like a production studio, Meta Runners or something like that. Oh, that's yeah. I definitely am so super interested in Gaslight District. The animation style, the writing, the pacing, so far everything is like top notch. You can tell that that story has been like a brainchild of this one of the main head of the writers, and also the artist, I suppose. I think. Uh, it's fast paced. Is it just me or? It's definitely fast paced. The thing up, but the thing is that it's a pilot. Those things are always going to be faster paced than normal because they have to introduce you to so many ideas of the show or whatever. Well, okay, yeah, they're usually shows, but I didn't feel it was that bad. A lot of ideas were like communicated to you, but it felt pretty natural to me. But when it comes to becomes like an actual series, it's definitely gonna be a lot slower. Like like think about the pilot to the Amazing Digital Circus. That one was also like hella fast, but then it just slowed down when it became a series and it was allowed to breathe. Oh, see ya, only one. Yeah, that's the other thing. Fast paces can be also like just a positive thing. But yeah, that's what you gotta keep in mind when you're watching pilots is that they're always faster paced than the actual show. Nice. Yeah, I've already been here for technically. Typically, I aim to make just 2 hours of stream. On Saturdays, I like to go a bit further than normal because well, these jobs take so much time. Like I mean, look at this place. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, I did a 6 hour stream. Yeah, definitely not gonna do that anytime soon again. I don't know how some people go for like 6 hours on normal. Sometimes 2 hours is almost too much for me. But I guess I also have a just a regular job. Now these are the saunas they were talking about. I really need to start calling it. Why did you even do a 6 hour stream? I mean, yeah, I was just having too much fun playing this game. And the energy was good in the chat and all that. But yeah, it's like I stream on evenings and I want stuff to do on my own time too. So I like to keep that 2 hours. It also gives me ability to have more episodes, quote unquote, of the game that I'm streaming. Oh, hi, all in one. Oh, I see. I mean, we can look at after this. Look at VA proxy for a bit after this. I'm kind of baffled to why no one seems to be worried about the moon spinning. Yep, I've been talking about that, certainly. Technically, it's not affecting anything down here, but it hasn't started doing that for no reason. Yeah, that is freaky. The seismic energy deficit we're recording at the volcano has to be linked somehow. This sounds kind of perfect music for a spa like this. Oh, where's the last dirt? Well, the moon is definitely freaking me out. Horror games don't make me this unsettled. Also, why is there so much algae here? Aren't spas supposed to use some kind of like what is it called again? To make sure that this personally, I'm not that much of an ice cream eater, anyways. I'll have if there's available, but it's not something that I buy myself. Not much of a sweets guy. Usually when I'm called into like a birthday party or something like that, I kind of feel bad because I never eat the cake. I always go for the salty stuff. I mean, even aquariums are not supposed to be that have that much algae. They're just not doing anything to this. Actually, are you? Yeah, these are pools, right? Maybe it's the soot. The ash is activating that stuff. I know ash can be pretty good for growth of all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't. Well, I mean, if there's just like a sandwich cake, I'll eat that any day. But sweet cakes, nah, not my thing. Again, I don't like sweets that much. It's not that I don't like them. That's contradictory. It's not that I hate them. It's just I don't feel like eating that stuff. Mm, Sandwich ice cream is pretty good, I suppose. But yeah, some people they definitely bite into ice cream, and I never got that because I get the when your teeth get cold and you get the stinging pain. I only recently started to bite into ice cream. What is it actually called in English? I actually don't know. Oh, wrong one. What is the when you like have like cold food and then it causes like a sharp stinging pain in the root of the tooth. There's a specific word for that, but I don't think I've ever heard it in English. The hell is it? Yeah, boy, I you awakened something in me right there. Look at. Mm, hell yeah. Hold on. Let me bring this up. Yeah, it's not toothache actually. I don't think it's toothache. Where's the capture? This stuff right here. Look at that. That's delicious. This stuff is. I haven't seen that. You bring one of these things here into your like gathering thing, I'll be eating all of that shit. I'll be taking stuff home. Yeah, back to the game. It's more of a Swedish and Finnish thing, I suppose. I mean, don't call me a freak. You just haven't had a good one. Smiles. Probably me. play.
And I hope they bring back like a permanent residence in Monster Hunter Wilds.
What games do you like to play? Quite a. It's quite varied actually. Uh, I mean, something about cleaning games apparently interests me. Uh, I mean, I guess it's easier to say what kind of games I do not play, which are sports games. I feel that if I was interested in a sport, I would rather play it in real life or at least try to, and not of a video game like a FIFA or something like that. But yeah, I play pretty much anything you can play on a computer. I've been playing Battlefield 6. Do you like horror? No, I, I'm new. The thing about horror is that I don't really get scared when I play them. Play horror games. They just don't get into my head that way that it would actually scare me. So that's why I don't stream that horror games that much. I guess Voices of the Void is the technicality that well, yeah, technically Voices of the Void is a horror game, but I'm sorry, I see it more of a simulator game. I even have a jump scare mod in Noita for the Tuesday streams. I guess that's. Voice of the Void has scared me a couple of times. Like, I suppose. But I did download the Pizzeria Simulator a while back, and I tried to play that game, and I just wasn't scared. I just wasn't into that at all. I haven't played that much horror games, I suppose. But yeah, the psychological horror games, I can get the idea behind those, but it again doesn't get in my head that much. I guess recently the most scared I've been in a video game has been Noita. But that's because of the jump scare mod that I have, which can appear at any moment, anytime when I'm playing that game. Like, I do like horror stuff, it's not scary to me, so again, I'm kind of an omnivore when it comes to horror too. Usually, like, stuff that makes me think about stuff is something that really gets me. Like, if I have to go like, huh, haven't thought about that. That's what's interesting to me. Hold on, is Silent Hill F? Is Silent Hill F on Steam? That's the closest thing to a horror game that's currently is interesting me. I mean, it is a horror game. That's kind of why I like Voice of the Void, is that it is supposedly a scary game, but because things are happening so randomly and it can be really subtle what the scary thing is supposed to be, that you don't even realize it. I guess that's one of the things that scares me. Stuff that you like, you can look at the screen and not notice what is actually going on the screen, and then you just barely seconds later, like when it's starting to disappear from your screen, you notice that the thing was there the whole time. That kind of stuff like works on me. But that's so hard to do consistently, and I don't want it to be happening consistently, because that kind of takes the edge off. Yeah, I suppose I experience horror games mostly as a secondary source. I watch other people do it because it's more fun. But the thing is that if I do a horror game, it's not gonna be fun because I'm not gonna be reacting that much. I don't know what games to suggest to you, but I feel that Amnesia might be something that is interesting to me also, mostly because of a nostalgia. I feel the old boom of YouTube horror game Let's Plays has kind of just disappeared. At least I haven't noticed stuff that is... I haven't paid attention. I mean, I guess I haven't paid attention to YouTube Let's Plays that much. If there has been like a horror game stuff that is kind of been booming, that isn't just Roblox mods or something like that. Amnesia, well, yeah, that's you, but also Dark Descent, like the really old one. I kind of like the old one, the idea behind the old one. Amnesia is kind of a fun series, I suppose. Why am I saying I suppose so much? Anyway. Apparently Machine for Pigs, like, it had pretty good ideas, but it just sucked, apparently. And, Amnesia 2, that was a thing that happened, and it just kind of disappeared into ether. Bunker seems to be that people really like Bunker. But I personally don't like the whole idea behind the game, where you just have to hunker down in a bunker and slowly get stuff done. I like the exploring this dank-ass castle feel of the original Amnesia. Also nostalgia, obviously. What is it? Oh, it's telling me about the bench. seat. I mean, it always could be that I'm having blind spots. Come on. Wait. Wow, that's done. Okay, I need to look at the list now. Cable car interior is done. Just 4 lights. This storage shed. What? Oh, the frame. The stool. Bat. I guess Sons of the Forest used tried to be a thing. I mean, I remember watching YouTube, but a year and I got Infinite Zone. Oh yeah, that's the World War One horror game. Unfortunately, I watched the whole thing already, so it's not gonna be that surprising to me what happens in that game. Jesus Christ, I'm starting to dislike how it's doing the in system. Yeah, personally, yeah, these job simulator games are fun. I don't know what is it about them. Maybe I'm just getting old, and I just like doing menial tasks now. Uh, yeah, not everything needs to be like just constant excitement, adrenaline pumping stuff. Where's your dirt? Can't seem to find it. Steal that stuff. Nice. Uh. Oh, nice. Roof underside, spot or window. Roof underside. Let's stream. That's the let's stream. There. Ooh, that's a lot of specs that I couldn't see. What's your favorite color? Purple. Definitely purple. That's not a... Oh, it's a door window. Whoa. Now that's a lot of dirt.
Oh wow, that is night and day. You are fully deserving of your name. Peak cleaning. Hopefully it'll stay clean longer than the couple of weeks this time. It won't, because it's a active volcano again. You can see the ash falling. Anyway, there's a the next stop is gonna be a limo. I don't think that it's already been like almost 3 hours. So we're gonna check out the VA proxy thing. And I think I'm gonna log off after that. Just gonna go on a BRB a bit. Choose the games. How much do you think you get paid for that higher that you can guess? That's gonna be like a 400 euro job, I would say. Turn that off. Yeah, definitely like 400. Not 1K. One time so the God man. That's Discord, not Streamlabs. Where's that there? That's oh, I see. It's short film. So, our all-in-one chat recommend this game, and yeah, I just noticed that there's actually no settings here. That's really weird. There's this thing that needs a password. No one knows the password. Like, no one knows how long the password is. But yeah, I spent 40 minutes in here. Oh, I never I forgot to change the. Sorry, you couldn't see that stuff, but it's. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you have to launch the game to actually get to the menu, the settings menu. But yeah, this is what the menu looks like. There's a save slot that is in here from the start, and you need a password for it. I don't have a password. No one knows the password. Whoa. Whoa, it was kind of lagging there for a bit. But apparently the idea behind this game is that it's a very parry heavy. You don't need the password for it. It's just a save file that's in the game from the start. It's kind of a mystery thing. I did some of the starter stuff. Apparently, I went to the robot over there and did stuff there, and now it wants me to fight another guy over there. So there's you can parry fall damage. And there's a bunch of combat stuff here. Personally, I'm having a hard time to getting used to the combat system. Also, wow. I personally like in games like this, I like the polearm weapons, but this thing causes it to jump up, and it's kind of messy with how I perceive the game. But with this thing, oh, gotta heal.
Yeah, it's definitely not 1, 2, 3, 4. I did try that before. I don't like the combat of the pole arm here that I chose at the beginning, but it can do this. Oh, that's the wrong weapon. It can do this. So it's perfect, honestly. Oh, I discovered tech that I didn't know about. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, it doesn't lift me up. Do we know when this is going to be coming out? No, yeah, we don't really know when this thing is supposed to come out. I feel that's a pretty expansive demo already. At least that's how it feels like, although I am stuck at the start of the game. Uh, Ow. And well, while there hasn't been an update since like 2 years ago or something like that. I've been having, I haven't. Whoa! What are these birds? There's this guy. Ah! I gave a couple of attempts and yeah, I'm getting my ass beat. But yeah, it's definitely like a cool game. There's a seems to be like a pretty big world out there to explore, and the menu stuff is very unintuitive. For the first like 20 minutes or so, I didn't even know you could interact with NPCs at all. And the art style is really cool. And the controls, definitely feel like that I should be using my controller for this. I'm using my mouse and keyboard for this currently. And the weapon design is really cool. Like this thing just tosses out a billion blades. And I'm also missing an arm. Apparently, you can get your arm back at some point. It seems. But yeah, personally, I'd keep like an optimistic eye on this thing. I haven't fully explored how much there is to do here, but it's kind of giving me kind of a red flag that if you want to know anything about this game and its development, you have to go to the Discord, because there really hasn't been an update since like 2 years ago. But yeah, I mean, the Discord is really active, from what I saw. But yeah, this game is definitely hella stylish. Yeah, there seems to be quite a bit of lore. And I feel that that's what's keeping people in, because there's stuff to explore and there's stories to be found. But yeah, like what the hell is that thing? It's kind of those games where you just look at the world and you see something interesting in the distance and then you move on to that. Anyways, it's been 3 hours. I think it's gonna be it for this week. Oh wait, hold on. I can look at the what was it the was the God Man. I guess I can have a got here. A draw friend heals and shoots a peace bubble or whatever. Gonna have to open. I can check out the Godman thing, and then I'm gonna log off. Just a sec. I should probably go to a BRB screen instead. There. I guess I can check out the BRB screen. That's from Warframe, all things. Weirdly enough. I cannot see the. Hold on. I do that. Does it? There we go. Yeah, that's from the Warframe 1999 update. Anyway, I'll check this out and then I'll hop off. Yep, it should be there.
Hi, Jonah. Thank you so much for meeting with us today. We understand this is the first time you've wanted to talk about this in over a decade, so we're really honored.
Yeah, of course. I think it's time.
Maybe just introduce yourself and then take it away. We want to hear it all from you.
Hi, yeah, I'm Jonah Wiseman. I am an astronomer. I'm the astronomer that discovered the God-Man, as he's commonly known. It's not the name I gave him, but it's the one that stuck. At the time, I was conducting research at the Lake Observatory as an observational astrogeologist. I was there from 1961 to 1985. It was October 4th, 1963, and I spotted this totally strange shape, like a thick semicircle. It was fairly far off, but it was definitely very big. It was moving very slowly, only about 500 kilometers an hour, and after a month of observations, we knew that there was a really good chance that it was on course to here, to Earth. As it moved in closer, the rotation of the object began to reveal to us that it was much taller than it was wide. We estimated it was about 20 kilometers tall. And the angle that we discovered it on was more like a top view, if you will. And as it rotated, it was hard to ignore that it really did, in fact, look like a humanoid. A head, a torso, arms, legs, hands, feet. Well, one foot, the other one broke off. We suspect. There was a lot of debate about what to do. If something this big were to collide with Earth, it would be, be problematic, to say the least. There was talk of nuking it. However, here we had our first potential evidence of extraterrestrial life. We needed more information. Was this a living being? Was it a corpse? Was it a vessel? Or just a very fancy rock?
Yeah,
if this was living, it wasn't moving around, just statically drifting. But it could have been sleeping or in stasis. We just didn't know. And many folks certainly didn't want to enrage something.
I mean, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I understand why this would be creepy or scary to people. I understand that part, but personally I'm not that affected by it. Cool video, though.
So big if it was just asleep. Fortunately, time was on our side, so
this guy why don't do horror stuff.
When the probe sent the photos back, we were in awe. This was no fancy rock. The scans and photos determined that the material that it was made of was very thin and definitely organic. The likelihood of it being alive currently seemed extraordinarily slim, and we could tell that there was no chance it would make it through our atmosphere without burning up. We decided to leave it be and monitor it. Over 6 years, as it inched ever closer, eventually, with the naked eye, you were able to see this long shape in the sky.
Wait, hold on, it's 30 kilometers
long.
About
half the size of the moon. But with the telescope, you're really able to make out the length of the limbs, the head, and even the small details in the face. And though it had the shape of a man, its face was more like a cross between an insect and a fish. And then every few months, as it rotated, it would go nearly invisible, only to reveal itself once again. Soon after the media coined his name, I began to greet him in the evenings. Sarcastically at first, "Oh, good evening, God-man." But over time, with more sincerity, every night I was excited to see how much bigger he'd become in my lens. As he began to
I feel I would do something like that too, like, hey,
up in a shuttle to take samples.
World ending thing.
We needed to get up there before he entered our atmosphere and navigate a moving object.
Just send a probe or something.
Even with modern technology, that's quite a task.
I mean, they're doing that.
Over the next few months, he moved past the moon and now appeared to be a little taller than it. One evening, the God-Man was actually silhouetted by the full moon.
That's like a scene from...
lasted for a few moments, but it was so eerie and extraordinary.
That's like a scene from shot from Evangelion.
On me. After so many years of observing the God-Man, I began to rely on him, depend on him. I was counting the days when he would finally arrive and bring with him the wondrous answers of the universe. We speculated so much about him, about what it would mean when we finally got close enough to take samples, when he was close enough to really see him in clarity. The shuttle expedition made it up, but their trajectory was miscalculated, mistimed. We overshot him by 200 kilometers.
How the hell?
We had a backup shuttle, but it failed to even launch. We blew our one shot to gather samples. However, when the shuttle passed near him, they managed to shoot a video. Now, when we had sent the probe, it only photographed the front. But when the shuttle got up there, they found that what we had initially thought was just a long divot turned out to be a split all the way down his back.
Ew.
And you could see that it was completely hollow.
Oh, so
all the God-Man ever was a shedded skin or a shell. And I think that's really the part that didn't sit well with most people.
Yeah,
we wanted answers,
there's something bigger now out there.
It just didn't bring any. It only made the unsettling conclusion that there is in fact alien life of some kind. And whatever left this behind is very, very big. And now it's even bigger. we can only speculate that he most likely left it behind because he outgrew it. And then finally, it entered our atmosphere. Anyone who saw it that day agrees.
Yeah, this is like hella interesting, but it's not
we saw a
causing the
color that we had never seen before.
it's not causing the
cameras
fear
couldn't
thing
capture
in me.
But I'll never forget it. This thing, 20 kilometers long, burned up in entirely 6 minutes. I found myself almost greeting him in the evenings for a long time after that. Eventually I stopped. I'd only been at the observatory for 2 years when I spotted him. No one expects something like this in this field. No one expects to be known as the guy who discovered alien life. I mean, at the time it was the dream, but fame for such a thing can prove to be.
You know, thinking about alien life, personally, I believe that there is something out there. It's just space is way too big for us to actually ever find it. But apparently in Mars, it was discovered that there is signs that there could have been microbial life in there, and that is pretty much the only evidence, only conclusion that the scientists could make out of the stuff that they saw on Mars. So that's neat.
Challenging.
Do you sometimes still think about the God-Man?
It is a hard thing to shake. From when he was first spotted, the God-Man took around 8 years to arrive to Earth. Those 8 years were some of the best of my life.
That was actually this year, I think.
Excitement and joy and anticipation. It was like Christmas morning, over and over. And as soon as he arrived, he evaporated nearly instantly. I spent the next 14 years looking in that region for something more. More information, another sighting. Who knows? Maybe one day. It still keeps me up at night. Many people found it scary, but I found the God-Man gave me hope. That night, looking at him in the full moon,
I can see that.
It felt like someone was looking back at us. For one small moment.
Hold on. It's hold on.
I wasn't afraid. I was soothed.
Yeah, this was very interesting. But hold on. Mars life. I think life. Holy shit, I'm not typing it out well at all. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, 2025. They Reddish rock named Jaya Falls, and they look at this stuff, and that thing, that this stuff is apparently pretty much only like there are some conditions where it can form, but the conditions that this place is in is not those conditions where it would form. This would form without life. So they looked at this thing for like a year apparently, and the only conclusion. Should I watch it at 3 a.m.? It's not really that scary. The concept is kind of scary, but yeah, they looked at this stuff, and the only conclusion was that they could come up with was that it could have been a rumor. We've been looking at Mars for a long time, but yeah, the only conclusion they can come up with is that there has been some microbial life on Mars. And there's like the Neptune moon, right?
There's one of the Triton. Triton has the water in it that would make a could allow life to exist in it. I think was it Neptune or was it Uranus? Hold on. I think that may have been one of these moons has liquid water, and that was like talked about in 2023. But that's Reddit. But anyway, yeah, this was like really cool. This video. Not gonna spoil it for all in one, but yeah. That's it. That's gonna be it for today. The next week is gonna be completely normal week, and then I'm gonna take a week off for Christmas stuff. So on Tuesday next week it's gonna be Noita, and after that it's gonna be hold on. Why do I always forget my schedule? Noita, and then it's gonna be Monster Hunter, Wilds. Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds on Wednesday. Thursday is gonna be Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and then it's gonna be Voice of the Void on Friday, and Saturday is gonna be PowerWash Simulator again. But after that, I'm gonna take a week of break, and I'm gonna return on the New Year's week. But with that, see ya.